But these things are happening, old age, disease and death, even to animals, even to plants, even inanimate things are subject to old age, disease and death. And there is no reason for us to go after things that are subject to old age, disease and death, because we suffer as a result. Everything is changing, and whatever is changing is not what we want. We want everything to be permanent, but everything is impermanent. So as a result, we become unhappy. All pleasures in the world are impermanent. They are not lasting. This is what he noticed. And then he met another person who has given up going after things that are subject to old age, disease and death. And that person was a person who was trying to give up all attachments and to purify the mind. So he thought that is the right thing to do. And he also gave up his princely life, gave up his married life, gave up his child just born, and went into the forest, thinking that I will solve this problem of life, which is that every person has to grow old, fall sick and die. I will solve this not just for myself, but for all beings. And so he went and struggled for 6 years with great difficulties. And ultimately, he found the solution. And that solution and the problem itself, he taught as the Four Noble Truths. Today, are translated as the Four Noble Truths. Chattari Arya Satchani. That is the Pali terms. Chattari means four. Arya Satchani. The truth of the Aryas. Who are Aryas? Aryas are not just another culture or anything like that. Aryas are those who have gone beyond the normal level. People who are living the normal life are called Putujjan, the common folk. And the people who have gone beyond this common way of living, they were called Aryas. And Arya means supernormal people. They are not normal people. They are supernormal. What's the difference between supernormal and normal? Normal people are people who desire things, and hate things. And there are also people who believe in what is called existence. I exist. Other people exist. Animals exist. Plants exist. Inanimate things exist. The world exists. That idea of existence. And not only I exist and the world exists, people become attached to these things that are existing. Sometimes you might hate certain things or hate certain people. In other words, we begin to have relationships with others and other things. And these relationships are all impermanent. And all impermanent relationships only make us unhappy. Now today, some of these relationships are not permanent. In ancient times, when a person gets married, it is being married forever. But today, things are changing. They get married, then they divorce, then they get married again, then they divorce again, and this goes on. Many movie stars do that. And when we begin to see these movies, we also begin to do that. This is what is happening. And we hear about these things. And also our desires. We are not desiring only one thing. When desires come, we begin to desire many things. So we want to have everything. And this is why we begin to change. This is the problem. So this is why the Buddha pointed out that is not the way to happiness. Normally people are going the wrong way. This is what the Buddha saw. The right way is not to be carried away by our emotions. When we desire something or when we hate something, that is an emotion. And if we are carried away by emotion, we will be all the time unhappy. It is only when our mind is free from emotions that we can be happy. That is what the Buddha saw. Emotions are blind. That's why today people say love is blind. It's not only love that is blind, hatred is also blind. Fear is blind. Worry is blind. These are emotions. We have two parts of our mind. The emotional part and the thinking part. Our thinking part